tried to change it with my hair. I wear my credit card below. Thought a new dress would make it better. I tried to work it away, but that just made me even sadder. I tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I make myself dizzy. I slept it away, I sexed it away, I read it away, away. It's like cranes in the sky. Sometimes I don't wanna feel those metal I tried to run it away. Thought in my head be feeling clearer. I travel 70 states. Thought moving around make me feel better. I tried to let go my lover, but if I wasn't alone, then maybe I could recover. To write it away, or cry it away. Don't you cry, baby. Away.
Not exactly the person you were waiting for yet. It's great to see everyone. I'm Rakesh Khurana. I am the Danoff Dean of Harvard College, and I want to welcome everyone to the 2018 Cultural Rhythms. I want to thank all of the students who've worked so hard to put this program together. And I especially want to also thank the faculty, the administrators, our president of the university for all the support that they've given for these special efforts. And a special thanks to Haley Harris and Sonia David for all their work in kind of making this happen in the background. So, you know, I'm going to say an abbreviated version of the mission of the college. So here we go. So, the mission of Harvard College has been for almost 4 centuries now to educate the citizens and citizen leaders for our society. And it's a mission we take quite seriously. We helped educate some of the people who imagine this nation and its aspirations. And our students, our faculty, our staff have been people who helped lead the anti-slavery and abolition movements. Throughout our history, you will see members of our community involved in women's rights, civil rights, equality of marriage. There's an incredible amount that we're proud of at this institution. And just like our own nation, there's also aspects of contradiction, complexity, things that if we could go back, we would do them differently. So we recognize that our aspirations run ahead of our reality. And we do this through our belief in the transformative power of a liberal arts and sciences education. And it begins for us with the intellectual transformation, new ways of knowing, new ways of understanding, all toward the goal of developing an independent mind, and then embedding that in this beautiful, diverse living experience where our students study alongside students who are different from them, who come from different walks of life, which we believe not only deepens that intellectual transformation, but does something even more, creates the conditions for social transformation, our understanding of what it means to be part of a community. and that we hope that through those experiences, our students begin to answer some questions for themselves. Who am I and who do I want to be? How do I relate to others, and what can I learn from others? What are my gifts and talents, and how can I best use them to serve the world? So today, as we celebrate cultural rhythms, we're also at the same time missing our dear colleague and mentor to so many of us, Dr. Alan S. Counter. Dr. Counter was an inspiration to all of us, and his legacy continues to inspire us, and I think he's with us today. I'm also really happy to announce that Dr. Counter's portrait will now be unveiled in the coming months, and it will be right here, and it will be hanging in Annenberg, which is incredible. And I hope we'll see many of you for the unveiling, which will be announced in the coming weeks. It's precisely by sharing and celebrating our uniqueness, and I think this is why Cultural Rhythms is so powerful for us, that we enlarge ourselves and in the process enlarge Harvard's history and heritage. In a space like this, we not only contend with Harvard's past history, but we get to shape its future history. This is why Cultural Rhythms is so affirming, because it shows us that our uniqueness is our universality. I am so thrilled today to introduce a wonderful and incredible group of people who are going to show us how each of our differences contributes to our sense of possibility. I also want to thank us today, to have Dr. Counter's daughter, Maya, who's here with us today. Maya has been part of this community, and she often accompanied her dad to these events. And Maya, I'd love for you to come up here and invite you to share a few words about our colleague, our friend, and your father, Dr. Counter. Oh, and Maya's sister.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. Cultural Rhythms was a very special day to my dad. He had 3 daughters, but the Harvard Foundation was like his 4th. He loved seeing all of you students show Harvard who you are and what you bring here. You are Harvard. You are the best of Harvard. One of my earliest memories as a child is being right here, amazed by what you share with us. Fighting with my mom to climb up on stage and join you and my dad. Today is a special day. We have an extraordinary artist and role model with us here, Solange. Solange, you are what my Swedish family would call a fire soul. A person who has a burning desire, a passion, someone who makes a difference. It is very fitting that you are the Artist of the Year, because you embody the greatest values of Harvard, and all of us: courage, honesty, and brilliance. This is the first year my dad is not here to present the award. I know that he is smiling in heaven right now, telling us to all go on and fight a good fight, speak truth to power, and do the most with the gifts we have for the good of humanity. Thank you.
Welcome to Cultural Rhythms. My name is Manor Ali. I'm a junior in Adams House.
Hi everyone, my name is Layla Siddig and I'm a junior in Elliott. Thank you. We are the co-directors of the Harvard Foundation's 33rd annual Cultural Rhythms show. We are so excited to see you all here. We have a spectacular show lined up. 11 cultural groups will take this stage, take this space to perform their art and share a part of themselves. It's a time to celebrate the powerful diversity of identities on this campus and to elevate and amplify the work that they do. It's also a time to celebrate the extraordinary legacy of an extraordinary man, Dr. S. Allen Counter. He has been greatly missed by everyone who knew him, and he worked every day to ensure that Harvard College was a place of belonging and inclusion for everyone here.
Celebrating these cultures and these students on Sanders' stage is crucial in more ways than one. The question of space has been on the minds of Harvard College students for the past few years especially, but for a really long time. Cultural Rhythms represents a way to challenge, reclaim, transform these spaces, to understand the duality of these spaces. Sanders is a stage, but it's also a classroom. What does it mean for these cultural groups to inhabit the same space as Ec 10? Earlier, our Artist of the Year at the Artist Conversation mentioned the idea of activating spaces, and I think that's exactly what we want to do here tonight. In fact, the Harvard Foundation team and other Harvard College students have discussed ideas like these and more during this year's Cultural Rhythms Dialogue series, helmed by sophomore Hakeem Mangulu and freshman Katie Okumu. They asked students to think critically about what diversity really means on this campus, how to make institutions more inclusive, how to make everyone feel welcome, and how to actualize Dr. Counter's vision and accomplish the Harvard Foundation's mission to enhance the quality of our common life.
We hope to bring the most salient themes of these dialogues to tomorrow's Cultural Rhythms Town Hall, where administrators, including Dean Karana, will be there to listen and help turn these conversations into action. Diversity, immigration, gender disparity are a few of the topics that we discussed this week in the dialogue series. Another, the subject of Tuesday's dialogue event, was music as political expression, and who embodies the power of art as commentary, art as a statement, art as reclamation, better than the Harvard Foundation's Artist of the Year, Solange Knowles.
We are honored to have Solange as our guest, someone who has inspired and empowered all of us with her magical, musical, Grammy Award-winning artistry. The Harvard Foundation intern team, our staff, and our administration are proud to have her on campus today in the great tradition of Cultural Rhythms. We know Dr. Counter would also be proud. Please welcome to the stage, Solange Knowles. And we now like to introduce your hosts for the evening.
Solange, Azor, and Sabrina Wu.
Hi, everyone. We're your hosts. I'm Sabrina.
I'm Solange.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's gonna be confusing, won't it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. You'll be Solange number 2, and I'll be Solange.
Welcome to Cultural Rhythms. I've always been kind of culturally confused. My mom is Kenyan and my dad is American. They're both black. It's just like one of them isn't from Africa. This guy's looking at me like, oh, she does not look half American.
That's so cool. You're Kenyan?
Yeah, and I'm so proud of my Kenyan heritage. Thank you. Okay, a lot of Kenyans tonight, I guess. That's weird. Where have you been the last 4 years? I think Kenyans as a whole are known for a lot of cool things, like our leadership. We got Obama, got Mufasa, Simba. We're also really tribal people, and every tribe has like their own quirks. So there's a tribe that's known for like its leadership and running, and a tribe that's known for its spirituality and running. One known for its horrific war crimes and running. Sabrina, what's your culture?
Oh, well, obviously I am a lesbian. you don't have to cheer. I've been one for a while now. But I'm also Chinese, and that's really great. I'm so proud of it, but sometimes it can be hard on this campus. My freshman year, I was walking through Harvard Yard, and this drunk white guy catcalled me in the weirdest way. He was like, "Ni hao." Okay, 1, really? Just hello? 2, this never happens to white girls. You never see a drunk Chinese guy approaching a lone white woman like, "Hello." All right, and seriously, 3, when is ni hao ever seductive? Oh, George, this is great, but you know what I really want? Babe, what? Intro level Mandarin.
We are so excited to be hosting a performance that celebrates the coexistence and blending of cultures.
To kick off the show, we will be bringing up the Kuumba Singers of Harvard College. They are the oldest black organization on campus, and they sing music from the African diaspora.
They were founded at a time when racial tensions on campus were high, still are, to be a safe and supportive space for black students.
Everybody, let's give a huge warm welcome to Kuumba!
To Kuumba! why don't we just start with both of you introducing yourselves and your relation to Kuumba?
Yes. My name is Marcus. I am a senior living in Courier, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the president of the Kuumba Singers of Harvard College.
Hi, my name is Isaiah Johnson, and I am a sophomore also living in Courier House, best house. And I have the honor and privilege of serving as the musician's representative for the Kuumba Singers of Harvard College.
So clearly Kuumba has a very important, or plays a very important role in Harvard's history and has been on this campus for a while now. Could you talk maybe a little bit about what you see Kuumba's relationship to the campus now and how it's changed maybe since its first, whatever, yep.
No, absolutely. So as was said before, Kuumba was founded in 1970 during a time when racial tensions on Harvard's campus were at an all-time high, given Dr. King's assassination and just the different racial events that were happening on campus. And so it was created to be, first of all, a safe space for black students on campus, but also a space where people could celebrate black creativity and spirituality in all of its forms. And over 45 years later, we are still committed to that mission because we believe that black music encapsulates the hopes, the fears, the trials, the tribulations, and the triumphs of a people that have come a mighty long way. And we believe that black music is one of the richest music forms that you can possibly engage with and sing. And so we, on this campus, we see our role as a magnifier of that music form, which has such a long, rich tradition of struggle and freedom and hope. And so we always try and celebrate that wherever we go.
I mean, just to echo what Marcus said, Kuumba is many things. It's a choir, but it's also a black student organization. It's a place for the representation of the spirituality and creativity of black people. And we have many events that we do. We have 2 concerts, and we also have Black Arts Festival, which is for showcasing different types of black art that we are unable to showcase during our concerts, and we also go on tour. So we have many, many ways that we engage with black creativity on this campus, and those are not limited to singing as well.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah. Can we get another round of applause for Kuumba?
I'll stand. Okay, we don't really know what's supposed to happen now too, but I think you guys can. Wow, what an amazing way to start the show.
Yeah, I agree. Our next performers are Harvard's premier classical Indian dance team.
They'll be performing a piece called Bo Shambho, which honors the Hindu god Lord Shiva. Let's give it up
for Deepam.
शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंकर करुणाकरा मामा भवसागर तारका गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारका भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा गम गम भूता प्रपंच रहिता निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा गम गम भूता प्रपंच रहिता निज गुह निहित नितानंता अतिशय अक्षयलिंगा निज गुह निहित नितानंता आनंद अतिशय अक्षयलिंगा भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो हर हर महादेव शंभो शंकरा 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 धिमि धिमि किट किट तोम तोम तरि किट तोम धिमि धिमि किट तोम तरि किट तोम मतंग मुनिवर वंदित ईशा मतंग मुनिवर वंदित ईशा सर्व दिगंबर वेष्टित वेश नित्य निरंजन नित्य नटेशा मतंग मुनिवर वंदित ईशा सर्व दिगंबर वेष्टित वेश नित्य निरंजन नित्य नटेश ईशा सवेश सर्वेश भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारका गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारका भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो
Wow, that was so great. Do you guys want to just share a little bit about who you are and your relationship to the group?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Malu. I'm a junior studying economics, and I'm actually stepping in for a co-president, but I'm the pub chair for our organization, and I, along with Sharanya, are part of the group who actually recreated the group at the beginning of freshman year. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Sharanya. I'm also a junior, and I'm the co-director with our other director who is not here today. And yeah, I was also part of that original group that reformed Deepam in our freshman year. So basically what happened was Harvard had a classical dance team, an Indian classical dance team, many years ago, and I guess it had sort of faded out. And we, like us and a couple other juniors and a couple of girls a little bit older than us who are now graduated, we did a dance together for Gungru, and then we decided that we all had classical training and we wanted to bring it back, so 3 years later, and here we are.
Could you describe a little bit about what we just saw up there?
Okay, so this is actually a pretty popular song choice that people perform to. It's dedicated to Shiva, which is the Hindu god of destruction, but also of dance. These two concepts are quite related, as most dancers know. And generally a dance dedicated to Lord Shiva would be a dance like in the celebration of the power of dance. So we thought that would be an appropriate way to celebrate the power of Indian classical dance to sort of put our culture on display.
Also, Sharanya won't take credit for it, but she choreographed the entire piece. So you'll notice that there's a great attention to detail in terms of like the formations, etc., and it's a very structured form of dance. There's a lot of rigor and discipline, so part of the reason why this club died out in the first place is that all of us have to have like a requisite amount of years of training in order to actually be a trained classical dancer. So like a lot of us have started learning dance since like childhood, and bringing those skills back and like finding people who actually share the same talent, the same skill, the same costumes, because these are all our own, the same jewelry, like it's a lot of combined resources and talent. So we're just lucky that we're a thing right now. So.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for what you do. Can we get another big round of applause for Deepam? You guys are amazing. And we're just gonna keep the energy moving along.
Up next, give a warm, warm welcome to the Society of Arab Students.
I discovered a composite and diverse land, the intersection of Africa, Asia, and Europe. A land with a community of cultures that cross-fertilized to give birth to great civilizations. Oh, good people, find some entertainment in this retelling of my wanderings in the Arab
الغوالي اليوم أجمل عرس خلى الدنيا تلعب بسيف وترس أصوات المحبة تقول قاويها، عن زفة العرسان يحكوا الخرس، عرس الغوالي اليوم أجمل عرس. غنوا معي رشوا الورد والزهر، جيبوا المحابس حضروا الحنة، بي العروس اختار أحلى صوت، وبي العريس جاب الشمس كنا. غنوا معي رشوا الورد والزهر، جيبوا المحابس حضروا الحنة، بي العروس اختار أحلى صوت، بي العريس جاب الشمس كنا. جبينك عالي ومهرك غالي.
وعبد القادرية ابو علم ديق الحال عليا، داوي حالية ابو علم سيدي رفع عليا. عبد القادرية ابو علم ديق الحال عليا، داوي حالية ابو علم سيدي رفع عليا.
Wow, that was so fun to watch. Would you guys want to tell us a little bit about yourselves and what this group means to you?
I'm gonna let Lean start, because she's the president of the Society of Arab Students.
So, hi, I'm Lean. I'm a senior in Adam's House. I'm studying MCB in the secondary and global health, and I'm now the president of the Society of Arab Students. I've been involved since freshman year, and I think we've made this a community that's very tight-knit on campus, and that means a lot to everyone who identifies as Arab or affiliated with that.
Awesome. My name is Farid. I'm a very active member of the Society of Arab Students. It truly feels like a community, but I would say maybe even more like a family. And it means a lot to me in my daily life as well as my extracurricular activities. I do psychology, and I would love to go to law school, hopefully, to work on some immigration policies that can help this community.
Well, thank you guys so much for your performance. It's actually pretty crazy. You wanna?
Oh, sorry.
It's cool too. It's crazy because like that is exactly what I have planned for my wedding.
Solange being asked what her dream wedding was as a child. Hey, Solange, what's your dream wedding? Oh, it's nothing. It's I just want the Society of Arab Students.
Up next, we have a team whose performance showcases and celebrates percussion-based dance originated from South Africa and carried over to historical black colleges. Let's give it up.
Everybody give it up for Passus.
Could you guys introduce yourselves and then talk a little bit about how you got into step? You can take a breath also.
Thanks. I'm Frances. I'm a senior in Cabot House. And I started stepping freshman year of high school. And I've been doing it ever since, joined freshman fall of college. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Zaria. I'm a junior, and very similar to Francis. I started stepping when I was in high school, and then freshman year of college, I joined the step team and have been here ever since.
Yeah, let's give it up for Passes. Solange, we said we weren't going to do that.
You're right. We're going to do this. Yeah, it took us hours to do that. Up next, we have a group that's going to be showcasing a traditional dance from the island of Leyte.
Let's give it up for Philippine Forum. Oh, that was so fun to watch. Would you two talk a little bit about yourself and what the Philippine Forum does on campus?
Hi, my name is Amanda. I'm a senior in Cabot House, and I study anthropology. And I've been a proud member of the Harvard Philippine Forum since I was a freshman. And it's a group that brings together Filipinos and friends of Filipinos to come and enjoy some of our culture, and that includes food and, as you've just seen, dance.
Yeah, and I'm Brian. I'm a senior in Cabot studying neurobio. Yeah, like HPF is just a really tight community that's all about celebrating Filipino culture.
Up next, we have a fellow student who will be reflecting on what it's like to be a child of the Libyan diaspora.
She will be sharing a poem that will reflect family memories and the political struggles in Libya.
Let's get a big warm welcome to Anwar.
I don't know how to talk about my homeland. I don't know how to draw a Libyan picture for you, tell you of summers spent barefoot in the courtyard and nights drawn long solving riddles. I don't know how to make a mark with these words on its story. Don't know if words can fill the craters made by bombs anyway. The last time I was there, I read Garcia Marquez in the moonlight. My uncle sends us pictures of machine guns sometimes from his window. The last time I was there, there was so much hope in the air that it filled the Mediterranean. Now bodies drown on their way out. Look, I don't know if I'll ever see my grandfather again. My passport is a diaspora danger sign, and his is banned here. I know blood is thicker than water because he could cross an ocean and blood would still turn him away at the door. Sometimes I dream of palm trees and the hibiscus flowers my grandmother put in my hair. I'm woken up by the sun here, and I'm not sure if it's quite the same sun that still shines on her grave. Everything smells different in the sea salt air. When people ask me what it's like there, I don't know what to say. There are figs, and there's almond milk, and there are so many dates, and so many grandmothers, and sometimes they'll cook for you, usually something that's tomato-based, because the Italians weren't that long ago after all, but whatever it is, you can be sure that you'll get a second helping. My uncle told me that the revolution was the first time he had seen Libyan people proud of being Libyan, and I don't know how to tell you what it's like there when here I celebrate Revolution Day in college dorm kitchens and read work by regime advisors in my classrooms. I tell my friends that I don't believe in nationalism, but I still hang a flag up because someone's got to do it, and I'm the only one. Truth is, I don't know what Tripoli looks like now. I don't know if the grapevine my grandmother tended would like me like this, like the English on my tongue and the lamb I refuse to eat. I don't know if they would even recognize me. I mean, I guess my tan lines take a long time to fade, but it's winter in Boston and that whiteness sure finds its way into your DNA. But I guess that's how time works. How homeland, hostland, diaspora, space works, and I'm not the point anyway. Libya is. I guess I'm trying to tell you a story in words you've never heard before, words that someone else has told you mean entirely different things, words from a dictionary I didn't write, but dictionaries in Arabic are different anyway, and well, so are memories, I guess. Maybe time is too. See, sometimes when I tell people I'm from Libya, they tell me they wanted to go there before, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. The before is sunlight and horses and seaweed allergies, early morning space tune and Quran classes at the mosque, miles of coastline and bloodline alike that would swallow my child's imagination whole. But I'm older now. And there is an ocean between my homelands, stacks of paper from here to the other side of the Atlantic, and this time the whiteness on them isn't accidental, but if I try really hard in the sunlight, that white looks transparent, looks not there, and I can see across the ocean, see where my mother's mother's mother laid her head down to rest. Those moments, I don't know what they mean by before, but I think sometimes, maybe, I can glimpse just for a second what it might look like to get to know the after. Thank you.
Got some fans out there. Do you want to just, again, introduce yourself and then maybe talk about your inspiration or process in creating art like that?
Sure. My name's Anwar. I'm a junior here at the college. I study social studies. I live in Lowell House, Harvard intro. I'm Libyan American. I'm Muslim American, and I am the only Libyan student at Harvard College, which is truly wild, and also something that I thought a lot about, especially my first year here. Especially, I would think about my grandmother and the fact that she didn't know how to read, and how I was at this place where people were producing policy that actively harmed places where my grandmother lived and spent her life. So it's like that disjuncture that's always sort of playing and always very salient. And I write poetry, and so it just happened.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, what a really powerful, powerful way to end the first half of the show. Are you guys having a good time?
So in a minute, feel free to go out, use the restroom, stretch your legs. In the words of Solange, take an intermission. Okay, we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Todo aquel que piensa que la vida es desigual tiene que saber que no es así, que la vida es una hermosura. Hay que vivir
How great is this show? Let's hear it. So this year I have the special honor of making this presentation. But before that, I also want to just recognize our wonderful faculty advisory committee that's sitting back there that's worked so hard to work with everyone at the foundation. So can we just give them a huge round of applause? Thank you. So this year, I would like to do this on behalf of the president of the university and in memory of Dr. Alan Counter, who was the director of the Harvard Foundation and a professor of neurology. And I look forward to presenting this year's Artist of the Year Award. And I will read it now as my colleagues come up. This year's Harvard University Harvard Foundation presents the Artist of the Year Award to Grammy Award-winning musical artist Solange Knowles. I'm going to read it out loud, okay? We are marking the occasion of her visit to Harvard College and to recognize her notable contributions to music, culture, and the performing arts, humanitarian causes, and intercultural relations, given at Cambridge, Massachusetts in the year 2018, and of Harvard College, the 382nd year. Welcome.
Man, it's such an honor to be here amongst you guys. Thank you. I just first want to say thank you to all of the artists and performers who shared their time and their gifts with us this evening. It's been such a powerful day and night, getting the experience to meet you and hear some of your stories and to see the beautiful work that you're doing. And that feels like the award right there. So thank you so much for that. And to see all of the phenomenal work that you're doing here and all of the greatness that you're doing and you deem me worthy of this moment means the utmost. Thank you so much. And I have to say that I'm really happy that I chose to wear braids today, because had I had a wig, it would have been snatched by now by all of your greatness. I'm also not possibly sure how one can come the year after the excellence that is Viola Davis and make a speech. But damn it, I'm gonna try my hardest. I was 17 when I became pregnant with my son, Jules. At 18, he was a newborn, and we were living in Moscow, Idaho, supporting his father's dreams of playing football and getting an education. My dreams were to write music and to create work that could really express the inner workings of my soul. But I would have never put my dreams first at that time. So I made myself believe that I didn't want to be an artist. I had grown up under the pressures of a family of excellence, a family that came from nothing, that worked their asses off to get where they were, but the gaze oftentimes made me feel swallowed, self-critical, small, and being a young teenage mother in front of the world didn't help. So I was content living in Idaho, taking care of my baby, GED education, and while I wrote music and songs for other artists and music for commercials to earn a living. I didn't want to speak or feel really worthy of speaking until I had something to say. A few years later, I did. I wrote an album named Hadley Street Dreams, and it helped me to cope with heartbreak, identity, depression, optimism, and the perils and the journey of being a young, imperfect woman trying to find her way. I hold that album close to my heart still to this day. Over the next few years, I continued to create work that I was passionate about while continuing to evolve as a woman, a creator, an artist, and a voice. I began to shape and mold the way that I viewed the world, while the world continuously tried to shape and mold me. I was unwilling, and it was at that moment I realized that I had to start being honest with myself and with the world and creating the work and spaces that I wanted to see and be a part of. Earlier today, a young gentleman asked me about how I felt about being allowed and uplifted into these institutions, such as Guggenheim and Tate, and even the one that I stand in today. And while I'm so extremely humbled and honored to have had the access and to be uplifted within them, and I know this is easy for me to say with the safety net and security of my life, but I also do know that my ancestors' hands have built these spaces, and so I know that we belong. And so, while yes, these institutions open doors, and while I understand what the visibility as a young Black woman artist standing here before you means, and while I'm standing here, the daughter and granddaughter and great-granddaughter of women who never even attended college, I also have to acknowledge that our worth cannot be invested in waiting for the moment that someone tells us that we are worthy. I feel rewarded by each and every one of you and the people every day that have shared their stories and their experiences with me and how it relates to my work. And I can't thank you enough for those awards. I can't hold them, but I hold them in my heart every single day. And I want to share this moment, especially with Black women who may feel shut out of these spaces or feel like the doors are not open to them because of one reason or another, and let them know that I see you and I celebrate you tonight. And every day. A couple of weeks ago, I was having a really low moment. I was feeling really down, and I was searching for a truth speaker to help me cope with something that I was going through. And it happened to be Sandra Bland's birthday. And I went into YouTube to revisit her Sandy Speaks series, a series of videos that she filmed of herself on her phone and computer while speaking her full and unfiltered truth. It moved me immensely. I instantly felt held. Her words, her conviction, her power, her bravery, and her grace, I will never take for granted. I realized in that moment how much I disagree with the notion that the truth will always set you free. It can punish, penalize you, or make you lose everything, even your life. When I think of Nina Simone, I think about how safe many people feel with her voice pouring into their homes today, many of which who wouldn't have dared to even embrace even some of her truths. And I also know, on the flip side, staying silent and letting someone create their version of your truth can be a slow and painful death within itself. So often we applaud and make truth speakers our heroes after it's too late. So often I'm told by people that they are appreciative of the ways in which I tell my truth and how it inspires them. But truth be told, I sometimes feel completely and utterly unbrave, tired, confused, and afraid. I often look to women like Nina Simone, like Monique, like Sandra Bland, like Diamond Reynolds, to help me find that inner voice and that strength. Women who have been willing to put it all out on the line and live in their truth no matter how much the world tells us to hush and just be grateful and be happy to be here. I still have so much to learn, and not only do I look to them, but I look to you, and I thank you for guiding me and sometimes calling me out on my shit. I'm so imperfect, and although I really, really do try to challenge myself on working towards learning and growing and being the best that I can. I can also be your problematic phase and progress and try my best to navigate through these times when I need to shut up and listen. I got a lot of shit the other day for saying that I'm not interested in entertainment at the moment. And to be honest, in the words of the great Nene Leakes, I said what I said. But, no, but really, what I meant by that was that I cannot stand on a stage and just deliver the work for purely the sake of being entertained. I want to continue to create work that exchanges and engages and activates and continues to challenge myself in spaces on what it means to identify as an artist in this body during this time. I want to sculpt, I want to build, I want to tear down walls and build new ones. I want to dismantle, I want to disrupt, I want to bore, I want to quiet you down, I want to create frequency, and I feel so incredibly humbled and beyond gracious and thankful that you have allowed me to do this work and have this evolution in front of you guys, and to now be rewarded for that, it just blows my mind. I'd like to think that Penny Proud is proud of me. That was a shout out to the guy earlier who asked me to sing Proud Family. I will remember this moment. I made it without crying. And your faces forevermore. I thank you so, so, so much, Harvard, for today and tonight from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Wow, Solange, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Our next student performers are performing a classical Chinese single-sleeve dance representing the duality of water. They reflect the tranquility of a stream and the chaos of a turbulent waterfall.
Everybody give a warm welcome to the Asian American dance team. Wow, that was beautiful. Would you two tell us a little bit about yourselves and the performance we just saw?
Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a senior in Elliott House.
I'm Tiffany. I'm a junior in Quincy.
And this was a Chinese water sleeve dance. We used our sleeves to create images of water on the stage.
Give it up for AADT!
We're just gonna keep the spirit and energy high and introduce another dance performance.
They will be dancing and showcasing a dance that is integral to Celtic culture.
Give it up for the Harvard College Irish Dance Team.
Woo!
I don't even have words. That was so freaking cool. Okay, I guess our question for you guys, we could just introduce yourself and then talk about what Irish dance means to you.
I'm Tess. I'm a senior in Carrier House.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a junior in Quincy House.
And what does Irish dance mean to you?
Well, I'm Irish, and I've been Irish dancing since I was 10. So I think it's just a great way to connect with my culture and do something that I love.
Yeah, my mom is actually an Irish dance teacher, and so growing up, it was just a huge part of my life. So it's an honor to get to come here today and perform for all of you.
Thank you so much. We're going to keep it moving right along.
Up next will be Under Construction.
They're going to be performing Free Me, a song by Sia.
All right, give it up for Under Construction.
Is that right?
I don't want to hold your gaze. I'm scared what I might see there. Found myself in this place, and I'm a burning fire. Oh, peace may come. I hope it won't take long. Just a faith I cannot see. Oh, bring me home. I'm in here all alone, just me and my melody. So free me. Oh, free me from this pain I've been running from. I'm tired and I'm free falling. Free me. Oh, free me from this shame I've been running from. I'm lost and I am calling. I am headed way back down. I'm stepping even farther. Take my hands and turn me around. I'm listening to myself. Oh, peace may come. I hope it won't take long. Just a faith I cannot see. Oh, bring me home. I'm in here all alone, just me and my melody. So free me, oh free me from this pain I've been running from. I'm tired and I'm free falling. Free me, free me from the shame I've been running from. I'm lost and I am calling you. I'm calling you. And though I can't undo all the pain I put you through, I can take your hand, admit that I don't have a plan. Only you. Free me from this pain I've been running from. Oh, Lord, free I'm tired and I'm free falling. Free me, oh free me from the shame I've been running from. I'm lost and I am calling you.
So Under Construction is Harvard's premier Christian acapella group. Could you guys introduce yourselves and then talk about how your faith interacts with your art?
I'm Scott. I'm a senior in Adams House. So Under Construction, like she said, we're Harvard's Christian acapella group. We've been around since 1982, which is super cool. We think that music is a super cool way to share the message of our faith, which is essentially this thing about like the way the world isn't right. Like we all know that, and trying to figure out like, is there a way that we can redeem that and get through that? And that's the message that we try to convey with our songs.
Sorry, my name is Michelle. Excuse me. I'm a senior in Leverett House. And so, like Scott, I also joined UC my freshman year. And for me, I was really looking for a way to combine two of the things that mean a lot to me, and that's music and my faith. And so this group was a beautiful synthesis of the two, and it's allowed me and the rest of the group to really travel to different places within this community in the Cambridge area, but also within the rest of the US, to just spread a message of love and hope and try to encourage people wherever we go. And so that's been a super meaningful experience for me here.
Thank you, guys. Are you guys having fun still?
We're going to keep that fun going. Up next, we have Harvard's premier Nigerian dance troupe.
They fuse rich traditional West African culture with a modern popular twist. Let's give it up for Omo Naija!
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Then anytime you step in at the place, if you stand up upright and pattern upright, make sure everything nice. Burn a boy thing. She thinks that she bad, she thinks that she all that fall back. Me give her a call, she not call back. She said she left me, but more time she crawl back. Girl I move spicy, me and with the salt at. Girl I feel when up and I'm rolling body. And all them and them have to hold them body. Everything you told me never told nobody body. You say your man can't control your body, so make her rock your body. Rock your body, rock your body, rock your body, rock your body, rock your body. Would you be mine if I be all yours? I define, been searching for you. Your body, rock your body, your body. I'm feeling it right out. Tell me what's the matter? Tell me no matter. I want to yard out. Right out. Tell me what's the matter? Tell me no matter. I want to yard out.
Oh my darling, oh my dark, baby Joe, you know I be loving. You walk on you, you know you need this love. Indeed, babu, boo, ba, 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 ba. Oh no, girl you make me go low. Oh no, Freestyle.
Okay. So Omonija is very new to Harvard's campus. So could you guys, well, first introduce yourselves and then talk about why you wanted to start a group like this on campus?
Hi, everyone. So my name is Jessica. I'm a junior living in Dunster House. And why we wanted to start a group like this, so basically Omonija, we were just a group of freshman girls 2 years ago, and we didn't really know that we wanted to start a group. We just thought we'll put together a nice little Nigerian dance and see what happens. And people wanted to see more, so we thought this is a great space for us to like show the beauty and diversity of our culture. So.
Hi, my name is Ifoma. I'm a freshman living in Canada. So for me, the reason why I really wanted to audition and be a part of Omonija is that, you know, I'm just proud of like my Nigerian culture. And in high school, yeah, my Nigerians, okay. But in high school, we didn't have that type of space or program. So as I came to Harvard, I was really excited about it. And I feel like it's just a space and a way for us to like produce our West African culture and just stay connected with it.
Well, we are so glad to have you here. Thanks again. Truly, after watching something like that, I'm like so ready to call up the devil, ask her what I need to do to be able to move like that.
The devil is a woman?
I just guys feel like anyone who's that powerful cannot or shouldn't be a cishet man?
But also, anybody that evil is definitely Jared Kushner.
You got me there.
Up next, it's super exciting and fun. This group will be playing traditional Mexican folk music.
Let's give it up for Mariachi de Veritas.
Wow, great job, guys. Would you two maybe want to talk a little bit about yourself and then how you got into mariachi?
Sure thing. So, hello everyone. My name is Brian. I'm a senior in Cabot House. I'm studying biology, and I think I first got into mariachi because I really wanted to keep playing music in college. I'm originally from Peru and had always heard a lot about, yes, Peruvian, yes, those are so rare, trust me. So I'd always heard mariachi music in Peru. My best friend from back home was a classical guitar player. He joined mariachi in college, and so I thought, well, why not audition and try it out? And I've loved it ever since. It's been my favorite thing I've done at Harvard.
Hi, okay, so my name is Aaron. My story is much worse. Basically, I played the trumpet my whole life, and I joined the group because it seemed really cool, and it's a great space to play the trumpet because there's so many great trumpet parts. So, and then I ended up switching. Yeah, so like the summer after my freshman year, the senior who played this instrument graduated, so we needed somebody to learn it. So I just learned it over the summer, and now I'm doing this. So yeah.
You guys have to get off so that you can do that. Good? Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Mariachi de Veritas. Okay. Wow, I cannot believe that we are almost to the end of the show.
Up next is going to be a big finale that's going to showcase a little bit of everything you've seen thus far.
Give it up for the grand finale.
Cada vez que lo veo pasar, mi corazón se enloquece y me empieza a palpitar. Se emociona, ya no razona, no lo puedo controlar. Cada vez que lo oigo hablar, me tiemblan hasta las piernas y el corazón igual. Se emociona, ya no razona, no lo puedo controlar. Se emociona, ya no
everybody leaves, we just have a couple of big thank yous. First of all, thank you to the Harvard Foundation and their interns for putting on this amazing production. Special thank you to Manor and Layla for being amazing co-directors. Thank you to Sanders Theater and Sanders Tech staff for letting us use the space.
Thank you, Solange, for being a great co-host.
Oh, thank you, Sabrina, for being my best friend.
Okay.
Thank y'all for coming. It means a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.